Hi, welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny,
JD, and Erin.
So, BTS, Wheel, exciting.
Yeah.
We don't have any updates because it hasn't been that long since we saw each other.
No.
Oh wait,
but any of the...
Hi, Kat.
Hi. Any of the songs that we added, obviously every time we watch a video, the girls get to add it to their playlist. Any of the other songs that have grown on you, or...
I think you know what one we're going to say.
Bapsay.
Bapsay.
Although, I will say that I made a fool of myself at a bus stop.
Did you? What did you do?
I had my headphones on, and then I saw someone coming towards me, and they was like, good song, it's someone I knew. And I was like, yeah, why? I was like this. At the bus stop.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought you were going to say you were like...
It was telepathy.
Oh, okay.
I
thought you were going to say you were like literally like thrusting at the bus stop or something to Bapsay. So.
No, see, I think Bapsay, you wouldn't get me thrusting, you just get kind of zombified me just going...
Yeah, dribble.
Remembering.
Yeah. No, Telepathy's a tune. Telepathy's a really good jam. And it's quite a happy song, isn't it? With that retro vintage bop along to. Yeah, for sure. Oh, good. Well, obviously we're going to spin the wheel and see what we get today. And it'll be more songs, hopefully for you to add to your playlist. So that'd be good. So then there'll be more bus stop dancing for you to tell us about next time. See what we get.
Just start following her and then like record it so we can be like, and on Jenny's real life,
weird stalker.
So if we see your body movements walking down the street, we'll be like, can we guess what song you're listening to?
Like, what category does Jenny's like walking dance fall into?
Yeah.
What is hard hitting what I'm stamping my feet as I go.
Yeah, like she got a bit of swag on her.
Like, what is that spin?
That's a J-Hope swaggy walk, that's on.
Yeah.
And then when she just slides across the floor, like, my time, that's it, yeah.
Do you remember I said that's how I walk when you did that kind of sideways?
When he does it and then he rips up his shirt.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they're like, why should I jump? Oh, that's why.
Yeah. Jimin is possessing the wheel, because once you gym in, you can't gym out. So he's like possessing the wheel and it keeps making it go click back to Jimin. So
I wonder if we'll do it today.
We'll see.
I looked at it, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, it's not off balance. It's not...
Saying that, there's nothing wrong with it. It's something very right, maybe.
Yeah,
it's meant to
right
be.
with it. Yeah, good.
Hey, so let's head over to the wheel. Okay, what are you hoping for?
Any of them, to be honest.
Ballads. You said you had a ballad in mind.
I do, yeah. There's loads, some really good ballads, and I do want to introduce you girls to the ciphers as well. So I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I'm such a geek. It's just win. All good for me. So. Jimin! So greedy!
No!
Okay.
Sugar! Okay, so... as you saw, we had to respin because we can't have this every time.
Oh.
I mean, Kat would happily have this every time.
Yeah. It's not fair, Jimin. You have to share. The other members need to get a look in.
Share me, Jimin.
He's like really like, I will bias wreck you.
Yes.
Not even on the videos.
That's why he's a wrecker, because he's just...
I will find new ways to wreck you.
Yeah. And it's not even like... It's not even like in your face. It's like gently gonna reverse back and goes to Jim, and he's gonna sneak in there just with his little flirtatious side looks.
You gonna watch that? No.
Yeah. Jimmy, no.
Yeah, he's like, come on. This is better.
Oh no.
So, but luckily after spinning again, we got
the right result.
So you were pleased about that.
Oh, so happy.
So,
I've missed him.
Missed you. Were probably watching his videos this morning.
I did watch Bapsay.
There you go.
The live one.
Okay.
I'm already
I will
eating up.
watch this video on one condition, whatever this video is.
You're not allowed to talk about his nose.
No nose. No nose talk.
Okay, you've just brought it up.
No, but
not me.
For a reason. So we'll like invent some or we will make some BTS style Gaio forfeit if you mention his nose.
What's the forfeit?
How about if you don't survive without mentioning his nose, if we spin Sugar again today, you don't get it. So you will miss out on another bit of sugar.
So, but what if one of you bring it up? Am I not allowed to comment?
No one's going to bring up his nose, mate.
Oh, like one of you's not going to just see it and go, oh my god, now I get it. I didn't say it in Deadly
It's been months. But I think we've accepted he has a nose like most people.
His nose is very cute, very cute. It is a very cute nose, but...
Look what she's done, now we're having a conversation about his nose! No, you cult leader.
You did this.
But we're going to see if you... So, in fairness, what I've chosen, I don't think you'll be worrying about his nose anyway.
Oh, God.
So again, with Sugar, so many good solos. We have yet to see Seesaw or Shadow, so many good ones. But I decided I wanted to go... We haven't yet managed to go into the ciphers or anything sort of their harder rapping. So I want to take this opportunity, use this as a portal into that. So we're going to watch Agust D, one of his amazing singles from his first album, which is Agust D, called Give It To Me. He has a single called Give It To Me. Calm down. It's okay. So this was released in his first solo mixtape.
You can't accuse me of stuff when he's putting it out there like that.
Yeah, Agust D's pretty savage.
Whoa, did you just lose your words there over him?
I was about to call him Sugar and then I was like, no, it's Agust D. So this is released on his first solo mixtape in 2016, and this is after BTS are starting to actually pick up traction and starting getting noticed. They won the Rookie of the Year award. They've started winning awards. This is just before they win their first huge award, which is a Daesang, which is where they get like Artist of the Year and Album of the Year, the really, really biggest ones in Korea. That was coming at the end of 2016. So at this point, they didn't know that they were going to get that, but they had won a couple of smaller awards and they were getting traction. So I think they were really satisfied that they were finally getting some success, so they were feeling it, which is good.
Motivating, isn't it, to know you're...
Yeah, especially because for the amount of hate that they got, which I know we have not yet gone fully into, like the hardship videos and things like that we're going to, but you know that I have spoken about them and they already make you sad, and it's true. Like, they got so much shit, and so for them to actually start seeing the fruits of their labour, I think, it was really, really, really cool for them. So, Agust D, so it's Agust and capital D. Agust D is DT Sugar backwards, and that's because he's from Daegu Town. So it's DT, Daegu Town Sugar backwards. So it's Agust D. So that's his rap name.
Oh.
So Daegu's where he's from. And Give It To Me is all about... It's his own...
Trying to work out what my name would be.
Oh, God.
She's looking at me because obviously I must have been like glass eye.
Nearer.
Yeah, I'll work out later.
Yenej, I am. I work with kids. We've done this before. Names backwards. That's why I'm so quick with it.
Yeah, but you have to put your...
So are you.
I'm just DJ.
Okay, so let's hear more about my man.
So yeah, this song, so Give It To Me, is one of the singles on his first mixtape album. It's basically a bit of his own mic drop. Look where I am now, bitches. Because at that point, like I said, they're starting to enjoy their success. Not to the point, obviously, where they are now in 2021, where they are just global superstars. Sugar said from the beginning that his goal wasn't to be famous. He wanted to produce and make music for people to enjoy, and hopefully make a living out of that, make a career. So he wanted to be successful at that, and that's all he ever wanted. So, but I think just this was a bit of a release for him after the amount of shit they were getting. He was able to literally say, well, screw you. Do you know what I mean? So
I can understand that, because I'd like the money and the perks of fame, but I wouldn't want to be famous.
Yeah,
I like being able to go out looking like shit and no one knows.
I think that's what you need to be. Like, like a producer or a songwriter, so you have like notability within the industry, money from it, but you're not the front facing, so you can still move around your normal life. But there's a lot of famous people that would want to work with you, and
that's why a couple of the original members in the lineup that were going to be possibly members of BTS, they decided not to be members, and they stayed on as producers and songwriters for big hits. So we've got like P-Dog and Supreme Boy and things like that, who are frequently mentioned as writers on all of the songs. They were actually in the original lineup as trainees within the company to potentially become idols in BTS, but they decided, like you said, and maybe that was part of their choice, was actually, I don't want that front facing, I just want to but still get my creative fulfillment through making music,
a job that you enjoy.
Absolutely. So and actually, funnily enough, throughout Sugar's work, and BTS's of course, but even in like one of his other singles, which we will get to if we spin it, as long as no nose is mentioned, if we respin Sugar today, his song Shadow is actually all about, obviously that's to do with Carl Jung's philosophy about the different about the different parts of your soul and your mind, but Shadow is, and he talks a lot about the anxiety that he gets about, at the beginning of his journey, they were so hungry to succeed. They were just going 110 miles per hour. But then he actually quickly realised that the further you climb, the further away you get off the floor, the bigger your shadow becomes. Because you get closer to the sun, your shadow becomes bigger. So so this is Give It To Me. And this is his way of basically saying, look at me now, bitches. Oh. And well, it's you'll see it.
It's open to interpretation.
You'll see it if you pick up any of the lyrics, but he's basically saying fame, money, talent, give it to me. Give it all to me, bitches. I don't care. I'm going to take it all. I love it because with Agust D, it's almost him saying, look at me now, shut your mouth. And also it's like a war cry, basically saying, I'm coming for you.
Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. And if you I haven't even seen him yet.
This is the effect.
And if you head over to Patreon, we are 4 videos ahead. Yeah. Oh. And we have the exclusives on there. We're watching the Gaios at the moment. Cat is flashing me cue cards.
Just cut that. As Cat is flashing me.
Yes.
If you check out our Instagrams, we generally post the day before what the next videos are going to be, so get a sneak peek.
I'm not very good on Instagram, sorry guys.
And as we can do more bits, we can...
When we're allowed to do stuff.
Yeah, so close now.
At the moment it'll be, look, here's Korean barbecue that's closed, but one day we'll go there.
Wow.
Not long.
And if you're...
This is before the video.
And
you'll need to check in at the end because I know you're gonna be ruined.
We have Facebook and we have Discord and we have TikTok.
They just can't get over the weird sound.
It's creepy. Most people do circuses and I don't like that.
Oh, it's so messy.
Oh, he's tied up again.
He's so fierce.
I'd rather die than live like that.
How can he look so cool rubbing his nose?
Thank you!
Not that his nose is special, just...
Yeah. Literally tearing other rappers apart.
I can't watch the lyrics.
He does look good.
Yeah. That was so short. Is it a really short song, or is it one of those videos that doesn't do the whole song?
No, I think that's the full length of it. Let me check it on my Spotify.
I feel like it just
flew by.
Yeah, because I feel like he just picked up something from the video and like threw it at me because it just felt like I was stunned the whole way through. Like,
it's
oh my God, what is happening?
Very in your face. No, it's only 2 minutes 28.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty short.
It didn't hit me the same way Dechitar did with an instant, oh my God, I love this song. I think it's one I'd have to listen to more.
Yeah, that I would say is the genius of that is more in the lyrics. It's not necessarily sort of a melody that you get on board straight away. But I think personally it's so important in his career because it was his first solo mixtape and that was him standing up for himself. Basically, that was his first sort of, not like I said, BTS have never hit back at their haters per se, but the way they have done it is through their music, and so I think that was one of his first ways of being able to say his F you back to them. And so I think it's important to see in his journey that was almost like a mini version of Dechitar, and then Dechitar in his timeline is later. So do you see what I mean? It's so I think it's pretty significant in terms of him and his journey as a creator.
I'd have to watch it again for the lyrics because I started trying to follow them and then he was just too...
He was very captivating.
Yeah.
It was obviously stuff going on in the background and he was obviously like moving through it, but he just was like sucking all the attention onto him.
The thing, I didn't notice anything going on in the background. I only had eyes for him.
It's like there's all carnage and he's just comfortable in this carnage, and he's comfortable being rough around the edges and everything not being perfect, whereas other people maybe need everything to be perfect, and he's just like, look at me, I'm in this carnage and I'm doing my thing, and screw you, I'm still going to succeed.
He said something in the beginning, didn't he, about his family didn't think
even his basically when Sugar first wanted to pursue music and rap, his family, I don't want to say they were unsupportive, but they weren't openly supportive. And he moved from Daegu to Seoul on his own. And he had no money. And he created his own demos and stuff. And at one point he was giving his demos away for free. And he was trying... It was a
I suppose you have to give them away for free. I'm like feeling really sad because my idea of when you say give them away for free, it's like he's standing at a bus stop like, please take my CD. Please take my CD.
Yeah. Oh. Well, at one point he does say in an interview that it was a difference between he could choose to take a bus ride to an audition, or that was his money for food. But the audition meant more to him, so he would get on the bus ride and go for an audition to be a rapper, to be signed by a label, and he'd go without food.
Imagine believing in your dream that much. You're making me really sad. Stop it! I would like to clarify a point that I made.
Is this gonna...
What's it about, Erin?
Of all the people!
I know. Well, I meant it in the way of the same way as when he was rapping, you could see he kind of like scrunches up like one side of his face and how he does all of these movements.
He's good with facial expressions.
And it's just very like subtle little things like rubbing your hand somewhere. Not...
Where, Erin?
Not because like... if any of them did it, not because of a specific feature, it just happened to be the movement he did I just
like the fact that in this video, you're the person bringing it up, not me.
Yeah, but I'm not saying...
What was the one word he banned?
Yeah, but because I couldn't say, as he rubbed his finger through the central line of his face...
Look at him rubbing his face.
Like,
I don't know.
What's that idiot going on about?
Or he did it because he knows. Like when
Oh.
Jimin does a body roll, when he knows... He knows. Whereas
you could have just been like, his gestures are so cool. Even the smallest gestures he makes look badass. You didn't have to mention the nose.
It's very difficult to try and speak whilst having things thrown at you through a YouTube video, effectively.
When you see the nose, you see.
We shouldn't have to censor ourselves. Yeah, I know what you mean though. There's really tiny gestures and things that all of them do. And it's just, like you say...
Where do they learn it? Do they go to face school?
Face school. They're so charismatic and they just own it. Like, I've never seen anybody make some of the facial expressions that V makes. When he bites his mouth. He goes... And yet it looks so good. I'm like, what is that?
I'm not going to do it because everyone is recording. But do you reckon he sits there and he does this face and he goes, that's a cool one, I'll keep it.
I don't know.
So that was Agust D, Give It To Me.
I will say that will grow on you as well, because you'll have it in the background. It will creep you out less, the kind of creepy clown music, which is supposed to be like a creepy contrast.
Unsettling.
So everything in that video was so destroyed and mayhem, and yet it's got this happy kind of creepy thing in the back. It literally, none of it matches, and so it's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable.
Because what he's saying to you is
in your face and everything, but it will grow on you. Like, you'll be walking around, like, maybe not a soup stirring playlist, but you will be walking around, give it to me, like, it's maybe it does get in your head.
Soup.
Do not piss Aaron off.
Now, do you remember earlier
give it to me
when I said that's something I never thought I'd say, which was stop it, Jimin. Agust D, Give It To Me, something I think I'll say quite regularly. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye. Kat, say bye.
Bye.
We're feeling. She's yawning. We've bored her.
Yawning, so I couldn't say
it with feeling.
Bye. Bye.